All right, guys, how's it going? I just started recording my video and I could hear this like, dum, dum. I was like, okay, music there. So I just stuck my head outside window and my next door neighbour's got the music very loud. But it's 1 o'clock in the afternoon and maybe I should keep my mouth shut because tonight is Saturday night streaming, which means 12 hours from now, you know what I'm saying? So I better keep my mouth shut. So yeah, listen, if you're not doing anything tonight, you know what I mean, why don't you join me right here on KopTalk.tv from 7 o'clock UK time. If you've never been before, basically on a Saturday night, we just get drunk. We don't really talk about football, really. We just like have a drink and listen to music, and someone will come in and ask a question about football, and we'll all go, we don't care, we're pissed. All right, so if you're not doing anything, come along tonight, 7 o'clock UK until late. However, we do host over our own private server tonight, right, on our own private server. But you need YouTube for the chat room. It saves you registering and all that. You have to pop the player out on the other browser and press it. Just read the video description. That's all you have to do tonight is read the video description. And if you can't get it to work, just ask in the chat room. Anyway, how are you doing? You all right? Well, her indoors has gone back to England. She was here for 11 days. So she's gone. She's landed. She's back home. And she was a great time. We had a good time, guys. I appreciate you, let me kick back a little bit. I didn't do my streams much during the week because it weren't very fair, really, was it? You know, like someone comes to see you and you're like, right, I'm off now. I'm going to go and talk football for a couple of hours. Twice a day. So, no, the streams will be back to normal now. All right, so stream tonight. I did a stream earlier. We'll have our little knees up tonight. Sunday, we're bound to do one. Monday to Friday next week, 2 o'clock and 7 o'clock UK time. All right, we're back to normal. And deadline day as well. I'll be live from about 6 in the morning on deadline day. All fucking day and all fucking night. Right, how are you doing? So, I've been out and bought the Spanish football dailies for you. And I'll tell you right now, there's fuck all in them. All right? So, Zubimendi, all that stuff, you know, the contract stuff, you know, could it be back on with Liverpool? Because you see people saying shit like that, right? Nothing about Zubimendi, nothing about Diaz, nothing about Milli Vanilli at Valencia, Mamardashvili, or whatever he's called. All right, but I will be making a video about him after this one, just to give you a little update on what the latest overall, the vibe is. But actually in the newspapers today, nothing. What is in the newspapers today is a little bit about this chap. Do you know this guy? Can you remember him at all? Yeah, can you see him? Yeah, let's have a look. I don't know if you can see him or not. There you go, look. Can you see that? Yeah. He's in that one, right? And there's another one here as well. Yeah, good. Liverpool manager one day, what do you reckon? Here he is. Can you see him? I'll tell you what it's all about. So, I bought these. I'll let you into a little secret. I went to the garage this morning at, let me think, 7 o'clock, I think, 7 a.m. here, 6 a.m. UK, 7 a.m. here. She was in the car, I was taking it to the airport. I went, I've got to call at the garage first. Yeah, but what about my flight? I said, I'll be all right. Get to the garage. I didn't even have the papers. I was there before they were delivered. So I called on the way back. So, Torres, Fernando Torres. If you live here, you can't say Torres, you're going to say Torres. Let me tell you what it says. The Torres era begins in the reserve team. Because when I got the papers, I went to a cafe on the way back. I got the papers, went to a cafe, had a bit of a... Yeah, that, you know, it won't surprise you I had a nose bag, will it? You know what I mean? It's hard work, you know, translating this shit. The Torres era begins in the reserve team. El Nino debuts against Atletico San Luqueño. Okay, basically it talks about the legend taking another step in his career as a coach. And it says, after achieving the historic qualification for the Final Four of the Youth League in the 21-22 season, with 2 league titles in the youth category and achieving the historic double last season by winning the league title and the Champions Cup, it is now Fernando Torres' moment with Atletico de Madrid's second team. Excuse me, in other words, he's now the gaffer of the reserves. And it's talking about the club legend has made the leap to the reserve team and will begin his adventure at 7 o'clock local time this evening. They talk about how the academy did, you know, the team did well underneath him, seeks to continue growth. Basically just talked about progressing his career, and his coaching career. He goes on to talk a lot about the players that he's that he's had at his disposal, that he worked with at the academy, and now, well, I don't know if it is technically called an academy, but with the youth set up there, and now with this with the reserve team, talks about the success he achieved last season, and the players that he'll have, basically, and just picking him up and all that, really. Where's the other article? I've got the other one as well somewhere, but maybe you're not interested, really. I was a little bit interested, I've got to be honest here, because I really like Fernando, although I did rip into him when he left Liverpool. So that is it with that regards Torres. So Torres basically starting out as the reserve team coach now after success as a youth team manager. So he's debuting this evening. All right, guys, that's that. Now, there was something else. I haven't got the paper open right there. Basically, Celta beat Valencia 3-1, which I assume was yesterday. Aspas was on target against Mamardashvili, who was in goal. And I did translate this for you, just to see if you're interested. Just talks about Aspas leading the comeback for a Celta team. Celta is no longer suffering, they're enjoying themselves. Aspas in particular is enjoying the game. This article basically highlights that Aspas, once considered in decline by Benitez, showed an impressive performance. He initiated the comeback with a brilliant assist, and then he continued to excel by setting up another goal and later scored himself with a skillful touch. Although he missed a penalty in the final moments, Aspas was instrumental in Celta's victory in their rise to top of the league. And also there was something in here about Benitez, because Rafa's been saying that Celta are doing well now since he's gone, because they've listened to, they've taken on board what Rafa said. So in other words, like Rafa said last week in the papers here, well, yeah, I've left, but now they're doing what I told them to do, and it's working, but it's just a different manager doing it. Do you know what I mean? That's what Rafa's said. And basically, Aspas has said, since the new manager has arrived, I am enjoying football, which is seen here as a clear message for Benitez, who this week said that Celta are, quote, doing exactly what I told them, but with another coach. Blah, blah, blah. So I don't think you really want to fucking know all that, do you, to be honest? But I don't know. See, like, I'm interested in stuff to do with Fernando, Torres, and Aspas. Aspas is a great fucking player. I remember before he came to Liverpool, I used to say to you guys, I've been out seeing my Spanish friends, and I used to say to them all the time, who should Liverpool be keeping a look at? Like, who would you go for if you were the Liverpool manager from Spain? And I remember him saying to me, Aspas, you'll remember if you were following me back then. And then we fucking went for him, didn't we? But it wasn't, his time wasn't seen as successful at Liverpool. But I'm sure he was played out of position. I can't remember. It just didn't work for him. And he left, and he was fucking brilliant. He's a really good player. Do you know what I mean? Anyway, Benitez has been running his mouth raw, as Tomix would say, raw. He's been running his mouth. In fact, the club president even hit back at him yesterday in a press conference of Summit yesterday. Because I did do the papers yesterday, but can I find it? No. That's funny, sorry. Benitez, actions speak louder than words. Well, this is just, I don't know. I think the president replied and said, Benitez, I'll just say that actions speak louder than the words that were said. There you go. Little bit of ding-dong there. I hope this, listen, I know this video is not exciting, but this is like, kind of like real. Do you know what I mean? I'm going to try and make it obvious in the title that there is nothing of interest in this video, so please don't slaughter me. My regulars around here won't do that, but, the numpties that stumble on your channel for the first time. So, yeah, listen, let's hope, El Nino does all right. I like Torres, man. I didn't like the way he left Liverpool and all that, but he was fucking lied to. In fact, one of my most famous videos of people, the one video everyone talks about is always The one about Torres I did, which is, I think it'll be a bit cringe. I dare watch it. I don't even know if it's still on the channel. I think it was something like Turncoat Torres is another typical twat or something like. I can't remember. I was fucking raging apparently. I don't know. I'd rather not watch it, to be honest. Right, that's it. I've got more for you. All right, I've got more for you. And after the weekend, you know, when back next week's going to be mental, guys. Next week is going to be mental. Even if Liverpool do nothing, there'll be so many rumours. It's going to be untrue. So set aside transfer deadline day. Come along. It'll be mental on here on deadline day. I'm telling you, I'll be stressed to fuck, honestly. So don't trigger me. Don't trigger me. Make sure you use emojis in every fucking comment you put, because sometimes I read them and I go, is he being fucking smart there? Make sure you put a wink and a laugh and that. You know what I mean? Because if I'm fucking, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying, guys? Right, don't forget to come along tonight, 7 o'clock UK time. All right. If you appreciate this video, even though it's fucking boring, please thumbs up the video. You know what I'm saying? Drop me a comment, because I know you've missed me. Well, I know those of you who like my content have missed me. Even them that don't like me, they're still fucking watching, aren't they, sad guns? You know, if you want to buy me a beer or a coffee, in fairness, it's vodka tonight. Hit that super thanks button, which is a love out under the video. And if you don't want to use that or it doesn't work, there are other ways of supporting me in the video description, I believe. All right. And if you're a Muslim, you can't get out of it, because I'll have a coffee tomorrow. All right. Because you know, I don't know where you're putting all your money, but you know, you've got to be a bit more generous. You know what I'm saying? You know, Christians look after me more. They do. Fucking hell, I'm setting off all sorts. Yeah, we'll leave it there. We'll leave it there. Just thumbs up the video. This will get thumbs down to fuck. I don't want to upset no fucking Muslims. Do you know what I mean? We've got Cass. He's a good Muslim on it. I've got Muslim friends. Stop it. Stop it, guys. Stop it. I want to keep them on side. That's all I'm saying. All right.